good morning, everyone. Yesterday we discussed about variable, complements, literals. So what is variable? We already discussed. So variable is a symbol used to represent a logical quantity. So any variable, any single variable can take 1 or 0. Complement, if you are taking an inverse of the variable, it will become your complement, and you will use the overbar or prime to show that particular variable is complement. Okay, so the overbar or prime with the variable will show you the complement of that variable. So either you can say that not, and that's the name of the variable, not, suppose a variable is a, so the complement of a you can say not a, or you can say a bar. Okay, next term was literal. So literal is variable or the complement of variable, means a true signal or a complement of true signal, you will say a literal. Product term, if you are producing a term that contains a variable and that the variables are connected with the AND operation, then we will say this is a product term. So I am showing the example A, B, A complement B complement, or A complement C, A, B complement C, D complement. So these terms are product term, and the product term is equal to 1. So you know that it is an AND operation. So that product term will equal to 1 if each of the literal in the term is 1. Please remember, because it will this information you will require while solving the questions. So you remember that product term will always 1 if all variable in the literal, all the literals in the term is 1. I am not saying variable, because variable may be in the true form or it may be in the complement form. So I will say it literal. Okay. So literal in the term is 1, and product term is equal to 0 if one or more of the literals are 0. This already you know, this is the property of the AND gate. Similarly, sum term, the sum of literals, it will produce by the OR operation. That means all literals you will connect with the OR operation. So no AND operation is there. Always you will use OR operation to show the sum term. And this sum term will always equal to 1 if one or more of the literals in the term is 1. And this term is equal to 0 if each of the literals is 0. Okay, so sum term you will it will give you 0 if all literals are 0. So these are the basic definition for these general words. So let's discuss how to convert a truth table. How to convert a logic circuit into a truth table. So whatever term I discussed here, I will tell you again here. So let's take one problem. So here this is a logic circuit. It is given and you have to derive the truth table, or vice versa, means you have truth table and you have to derive the logic circuit. So I am telling you how to construct a truth table from logic circuit. So what is the procedure? You listen carefully. So to derive the, first what we will do, we will first evaluate the Boolean expression. We will first evaluate the Boolean function expression for this logic circuit. So what is the procedure to get the Boolean expression? If suppose circuit is given, so what is the procedure to evaluate the Boolean expression? So first of all, what will you do? You will see, you will start from the leftmost input. So you see the input variables are already written along with the gates. So you will start with the leftmost portion. What is the leftmost portion? This one is the leftmost portion. This one is the leftmost portion, and this one is the rightmost portion. So for evaluation, you will start from the leftmost input and work toward the final output. So I will start from here and I will go up to here. I will start analyzing from here and I will go up to output, right hand side. And I will write the expression for each gate. One by one, I will start from the leftmost and I will see the gates one by one and I will write the expression for each gate. Okay, so let's see here. So in the leftmost, this is the AND gate number 1. This is number 1 gate, and this gate is your AND gate, and this is the leftmost gate, and it has two inputs C and D. And you know the operation of the AND gate. The output of the AND gate always it is, if input is A and B, so it will be the product. Or here input is C and D, so you will write CD or C dot D. So I will observe the leftmost gate and I will see the input variable and I will write the expression of this gate. So this is AND gate, so I will write the expression for the output. So this is AND gate, so I will write CD. So first gate is over. Next I will move further. What I observe, next gate is my OR gate. Let's say it is number 2. Let's say it is number 2, and you see that the output of the leftmost gate is one of the input to the OR gate. See, the output of this leftmost gate is here appearing as the input to the second gate, and B is the other input. Therefore, we will write the expression for this OR gate, and you know that what is the function expression for the OR gate. If two inputs are there, X and Y, we will write X plus Y. So same thing here, input is CD and here input is B. So you will write B plus C D. So the expression for the second gate is now over. Now come to the next gate. It is this. So I will write this is gate number 3, suppose. Again I will see, we see here that output of this gate 2 is now appearing as an input to the gate 3. This B plus CD is now coming to the gate 3 as an input, and another input is A. And my operation for the AND gate already I know it is X dot Y XY. So here you can assume this is X and this is Y. So you will write the expression A and you will join this A with the second input. This is my second input, B plus CD. So you will write the total expression for the second input. So now you started from the leftmost, now you reached up to rightmost. So this is my Boolean expression. So first step is over. First step is over. So this is my final expression. So as this circuit has 4 variables, so as I told you that if suppose n variables are there, so total combinations are 2 to the power n. So here 4 variables are there, that means you have to observe how many combinations? You have to observe 2 to the power 4 means 16 combinations. 16 combinations you will write in the truth table. So whatever I said, how to get the expression. See, this is the step, first step, second step, and then third step. So finally we arrive to the final expression, Boolean expression. Once you will get the Boolean expression, then you will write a truth table. The truth table, we calculated how many combinations are there for the 4 input variables. These are 16 combinations. These are 16 combinations. Now we will write the output. See here, in sequence I wrote here. If you see the decimal equivalent, I am listing here also. So every time you please write the truth table and it should be in sequence. Please don't write randomly. So now I want to fill this truth table. So what I will do? So first we will find out the values of the variables that makes the expression equal to 1. Okay. So what I will do here, first I will observe the combination for those your output is 1. I am only concentrating on the input combination that will produce 1. Okay. So I will I will use the rules of Boolean addition and multiplication. So I will start with the expression. So your function f, what is function f? You already derived. It is f equal to a, and I said you will concentrate only on the output where you will get 1, and rest case will be 0. Okay, so I will only concentrate on the one type of output, either 1 or 0, and then I will give the opposite of for the other combination. Means if suppose I am concentrating on the combination that produces 1, and rest cases will automatically take value 0. So here I am observing that my expression f, your output f will equal to 1 if your a is, here you see that this is the product a dot b plus c d. So you see this is the dot, and you see that this f is 1 if your a is 1 and b plus c d is also 1, then your f will be 1, and for rest cases it will be 0. So what I observe that your 1 a should be equal to 1 and b plus cd, the total function, should be equal to 1. So this is the main requirement to get the f equal to 1. So first I will see what are the cases here in the truth table where your a is 1. So you see in the truth table, this is my a, and these are the cases, these are the number of cases where your a is 1. So you see that now I have to concentrate only this portion, because my function is 1 when your a is 1. Now I have to identify. Again I will see which cases out of these cases which combinations are producing 1. So let's see further. So first you find out that a should be 1 and b plus cd combination should be 1. So this is the case. So I identify that this portion I need to look at further, and rest these cases automatically it is saying if a is 0 it will automatically produce 0. Okay, you know that ending with 0 will always produce 0. So I concluded here that if a is 0 it will produce output 0. So half of the truth table already I filled. Now see the rest cases. So next you come to the term b plus cd. Now we will see when your b plus cd is 1. So we will find out the combination. So you observe that b plus cd means this is OR operation. OR operation means one possible case is, you know that any one in the expression will produce 1 if it is OR in here. So if any term has 1, then it will produce 1 like this. You see that if your b is 1 and cd is 0, you will get the 1. So now I will identify where your b is 1. So this is my case, this is my b variable, and you see these are the case when your b is 1, b is 1, b is 1. So it will produce output. Now it is confirmed that if my b is 1, a is 1, it will produce 1. So I fill this table. Next case, I know that if your b is 0 but cd is 1, again it will give you 1. So what are the cases when cd is 1? cd will be 1 only and only when your c is 1 and d is 1. Then you will get the 1. So what are the cases here? This is the case when c is 1, d is 1. So already we filled. Here this is the case when b is 0, c is 1, d is 1. So again it is saying that for this combination you will get 1. Rest is if your b is 1 and cd is also 1, that we already filled. See, b is 1, cd is 1, that already covered. So this is these are the combination for that you are producing 1, and rest cases you will write 0. Got it? Everyone got it? How I am analyzing the expression and how I am writing the 1 or 0? Please respond. So here I explained you how to construct a truth table from logic circuit.
Ma'am, somebody wants to join the class, ma'am.
Somebody?
Wants to join the class, ma'am.
It is automatically accepting. It is not. I should not take care about the joining because it is automatically taking. See, it is automatically taking. Just wait for 2 minutes. Let them join. Okay, I think they join now. So I hope you understand, or shall I take one more example? Shall I take one more example, or you understand how to come out for truth table? So finally we got the output. So this was my truth table. So this is final truth table for that given circuit. Okay. Now come to the next topic, sum of products. Already we discussed yesterday how to get product term, and I was saying that product terms are called min terms. I also told you the product of sum, and that I was saying that sum term also known as max term. So one by one we will see sum of products. So once you know the min terms, then you will sum. So if you have a truth table and you want to express your truth table in the form of Boolean function. Again, I am repeating here, I am talking about the conversion of truth table into the Boolean expression or Boolean function. Here I will express my Boolean function as a sum of min terms. Sum means ORing. So sum of min terms we will do. So what is the procedure? So what is the procedure? We will form min terms for each combination of the variable that produces a 1 in the function. Okay. So what it is saying, that you will only write the terms that is giving, that is producing 1 in the output. The combination that are producing 1, we will write those min terms only, and then we will combine those min terms with OR function, with OR operation, and this is called sum of products. So you will get a result SOP. So let's do one example. So see, listen carefully. One example I will tell you, and one question I will give you to solve. Then you will do it by yourself. So you please ready with your notebook. So this is the one example where you have a truth table. So truth table is given, and you have to write sum of products, SOP form. So what I said to you, how can you write sum of products? You have to first identify the combination. See, all terms are min terms. You already know what I said. This combination is your M0. This combination is M1. We already discussed yesterday. Okay. So all combination, we named it like the decimal equivalent. Okay. So subscript is actually decimal equivalent of the combination. So we already know. But while writing the expression function, what will you do? This is my function f1. So I want to write a sum of products. So what I will do? I will identify those combination for which it is producing 1. So you just see how many ones are there. This is my 1. So I am observing only 1. I am concentrating only 1. So here your f1 is 1 for this. Here f1 is 1 for this. Here f1 is 1 for this. So you can write those min terms. So you know that this is m1. You will list the min terms that produces 1 only. So m4 is producing 1 and m7 is producing 1. This is one way to write the sum of products. I identify only 1 in this line, and I found m1 is the combination that is producing 1, m4 is the combination that is producing 1, m7 is producing 1. So I will write like this. And if you want to write the function as a expression in terms of variable, so you will, what you will write? Yesterday we already wrote, just you write here for m1, what will you write? X prime or x complement, y complement, z. Plus next min term is 4, m4. So I will concentrate on this input combination. So
X
x
complement.
is 1, so I will write x, y
Y
bar,
complement.
z complement. So in this expression, in this three min terms are there, that means I need to write 3 expressions, 3 terms. Okay. So just you see m7. M7 is your x, y, z. So what you did here, you converted a truth table in the form of SOP. What you did here, so this is the one way to write the sum of products. This is the another way to write the sum of products. Got it? First step, identify number of 1 in the output, and then you list the min terms, and then you convert into the variables. Got it? So if you got it, then you do one more problem. What is the procedure to get the sum of products? You please do, and now tell me. So this is another truth table, and here the function I am saying it is f2. Now tell me, SOP. Just do it, identify, and then tell me what will you write. What will you write? Everyone, you please see and tell me. First, I will write the min terms. I will list all the min terms, and then I will convert into the expression. Tell me. Which term will come? M3, correct. M3, correct.
M3,
M5,
Okay.
M6,
M6, M7.
M6 and
M6,
M7.
M7.
So I'm doing this. Is it okay? Is it okay? Whatever I am writing, it is fine. Just please observe what I am writing. Any mistake I am doing? Anyone please observe? Any mistake I am doing? Am I doing any mistake here?
No, ma'am.
Yes, I am doing. What mistake I am doing? I am writing min terms in capital M letter. I am writing capital M letter. This is wrong. Got it? Always you will write min terms in a small letter. Please don't write casually. Capital letter, small letter matters here. Got it? So you need to remember that for sum of product, you will always use this summation sign, summation symbol, and then you will write small letter only. Please remember. Don't write like capital M or small m randomly. Got it? So this is the mistake you may do. That's why I am notifying that you please remember, if you are writing a list of min terms, you will always use small letters. and then help me to write in the expression. Help me. M3. Fast.
X.
X.
X bar Y Z.
X bar, because X is 0 here, so I will write X bar.
Y complement. Y Z.
5 Z. 5. M5. So this is over.
X.
M5 is this. Right?
X Y bar Z bar.
So X, Y bar, Z.
Z.
Z only, because it is 1 now.
X Y Z bar.
X, Y, Z bar.
Y Z. X Y Z.
Okay, got it. Next, M7.
X Y Z.
Okay.
X Y Z, ma'am.
Now you understand how to get the SOP form from the truth table. Everyone got it? So I hope you got it. So some problem I will give you as an assignment. Okay, so this is the simple procedure to get the Boolean function from the truth table. Now come to the product of sums. POS, short, we call it POS. So whatever be the procedure I told you for the min term, you will do opposite for the next term. So here product means ending. Okay. So you will do the sum and then you will end. So what you are doing, actually you are doing product of max terms. And what is max term? It is the ORing of the input variables. Okay. So what you will do? You will do opposite. What I am saying is, if suppose this is, again I am giving you the same table for F1 I showed you for the SOP. This is same table. Okay. So if someone is asking you to write the POS form, so you will concentrate only and only on the combination where it is showing 0 as an output. For the SOP, I was concentrating on the 1 only, but here you will do opposite. You will concentrate on the combination where it is producing output as 0. So these are my combination for max terms. Got it? So if I want to write a POS form, I will concentrate on the combination that produces 0 at the output. Okay. So now this time what I will write here, I will write the max term. Now I will write in capital letters. Okay. So you understand what capital letters and capital letter and small letter means here. So circuit will totally change. You understand? That's why it is. You should be very careful. So for writing the function for F1, if you want to write a POS form, I will use this symbol, product symbol, and then I will list the max terms that produces 0. So what are the max terms I should list here? Just to see, this M0 is producing 0, so I will list here. That combination is producing 0, so I will list here. That combination is producing 0, so I will list here. That producing, I will write M5 here, and then M6. So this is the list of max terms. And now come to write the expression. So how you will write expression for the M0? You remember that any variable is 0, you will write a true signal. Means M0 means it is X plus Y plus Z. Okay. And then you will write dot, and then you will write expression for M2. So this is my M2. So what will be the expression? It will be my X. Now Y is 1, so you will write Y bar plus Z. Dot for M3, it will be X plus Y bar plus Z bar. Dot X bar plus Y plus Z bar. Dot X bar plus Y bar plus Z. So this is the final expression for for this truth table. This is the Boolean expression for this truth table, and it is in the POS form because you are writing, you are taking product of all the sums. So these are the max terms, and you are taking the product. That's why I am saying product of sums. Got it? What I did? Again, I am repeating the step. You will identify the combination for those it is producing 0, and then you will write the max terms. You will list all the max terms, and then you will convert into the sums or in max terms, and then you will take product. So if you understand, you do another problem. So I am showing you the truth table again for the F2. Now you tell me the expression for the F2. Everyone, tell me. Reply.
M0,
M0.
M1, M2, M4.
So this expression is correct. Whatever I am writing, it is correct.
No, ma'am. Pi symbol.
Yes. You please always remember, if you are writing POS form, you will not use this symbol. You will always use product symbol. Product symbol is this. Okay. Or you can write it directly as like this. If you are not separating, you are not using this symbol, and you are not separating with the comma, you can write directly like this also. So this is also correct. This is also correct. Okay, this is another way to write the expression. Write the form of POS. Now write the expression. Tell me. Now you will express M0 in terms of X, Y, Z. Tell me. Reply fast, please.
X
Time is
plus
going.
Y plus Z.
X plus Y plus Z. Good.
Dot. X plus Y plus Z bar.
Good. Next.
X plus Y bar plus Z.
X plus Y bar plus Z.
Good. Next.
X bar plus Y plus Z.
Good. Very good. So now you got it. This is my final expression. So if you are writing any SOP form or any POS form, it is said, it is also called as canonical form. You please note down. Sometimes they will ask you to write the canonical form. So canonical form is actually, they are asking you to write any SOP form or POS form. It is called canonical form. Understand? So you please don't think that you don't know. This is another name of POS and SOP. It is called canonical form. So SOP or POS, you can say canonical form. So hope you got it. So today you learned how to convert a logic circuit into the truth table. Today you learned how to convert a truth table into the SOP form, and how to convert a truth table into the POS form. Okay. So now one more thing. If suppose a function is given, now I'm telling you another thing, that if any Boolean expression is given, for example, this is a simple example I'm taking, and I'm asking to represent this expression in a canonical form. Represent it in canonical form. Can you do it? See, it is not in a canonical form. Why? Because you cannot write directly in terms of min term and max term here. Why? Why I'm saying? Because each term is not, it does not contains all variables. This term and this term is not contain B and C. This term is not containing A. So here some variables are missing in the expression. So you cannot say this is a canonical form, or you cannot write this expression in terms of min terms or max terms. So you see that terms are combined with the plus sign. So what is this expression actually? It is easy to convert this expression into the SOP form. You understand that all terms are connecting with the plus operator, so it is easy to write SOP first. Got it? Some time more. Sufficient time. So now I am telling you, if suppose any Boolean expression is given and you want to write a SOP form, so how you will identify the next term, because you want to write a truth table. So again I am telling you conversion here. What I am telling you actually, conversion of Boolean expression, and this Boolean expression whatever I am telling you, it is not a perfect SOP form. It is not a canonical form. So conversion of Boolean expression into the truth table. So how I will do? So just you first you understand how I will get a SOP form. So I am taking this example. So what you will see here, you will first identify the form. So you see it is easy to write a SOP form because all terms are combined with the plus operator. Okay. So what you will do, you will see first each term at a time. So let's see, this is A. First you will see how many variables are there. In the expression I saw A is there, B is there, C is there. So I will identify exactly how many variables are there. So I found that A, B, C is these are the key variables. So I will write dependency and then I will see the term. So you see the first term is A and I will identify how many variables are missing. B is missing. Okay. So what I will do, I will assume that A dot 1, because you know that A dot 1, what is the Boolean theorem? Boolean theorem says if any variable is combined with the 1, it will always give you A. Okay. So what I will do, I will assume, I will multiply with the 1 and I will write this one as my missing variable is B. So I will write B plus B bar. In place of 1, I will replace this 1 with the B plus B bar, because I know from the Boolean theorem that B plus B bar is always 1. Got it? So what I will do, I will introduce a missing variable in the term. So my missing variable was A, in the first term is B. So I use A dot with 1 and I use the property or the theorem of the Boolean this A dot 1, this or and Boolean theorem I use here, and then I expand. So I expanded here A dot 1 as A dot B plus A dot B bar. Okay, so your A is now equivalent to AB plus AB bar. Again, I will identify any variable is missing. Yes, in these two terms, C is missing. So again, I will further assume that A B dot 1 plus A dot B bar dot 1. Same thing I did here to introduce C. So again, in each term, I multiplied with the 1 because it will not affect my expression. So AB, now I will write C plus C bar. I will introduce C plus C bar because you know that C plus C bar is itself a 1. So in both expression, I will introduce C because C is missing. So again, I will do multiplication here, simple Boolean multiplication, ABC bar plus AB bar C plus AB bar C bar. So you now see that I started with the A and now I come out with the expanded form. So A is actually it is containing four min term. Found? This is first min term, second min term, third min term, and four min term it contains. So what I did, I convert this A into 4 min terms. Now it contains, each term contains all variables. So it is perfect. Now I will concentrate on the second term. So second term is my B bar dot C. So here again A is missing. So I will do again the same thing. I will introduce 1 and I will introduce a missing variable A here. and I will write A plus A bar, and then I will do multiplication as we did in the mathematics. So I will write in a sequence ABC, because sequence matters, because if you are taking you are converting into the combination, it will give you the wrong result. So you please confirm whether you are taking ABC or you are taking CBA. So you first observe always what is the sequence of variables. So here I am writing in sequence A, B, because further I will write the min terms decimal equivalent. Okay. So this B bar C is actually containing two min terms found here, A bar B bar C plus A B bar C. Now I will write my final expression. So final expression for A, I will write A B C. I will join both terms, expanded form. So if any term is same, you know that if any term is same means A plus A bar, A plus A is always A. So if any term is repeated here, you will discard one. Okay, one time only you will take that term. So any term you identify, any term is same, any term is same here, any term is same here. So you identify this A B bar C and this A B bar C is same. So you will apply this theorem that A plus A is equal to A. So you will write a final expression that is ABC. Got it what I am saying? You will take only term one time. If it is repeating, you will write it once only, because you know the property A plus A is equal to A. So I discarded one A B bar C because it is already there. So this is my final expression, Boolean expression for this A plus B bar C. Now my task is to convert into the min term. So what I will do, I will convert into the min term by taking the binary equivalent of these of each term. So first you observe one by one. This is ABC. So ABC, I already told you SOP form you will always observe when your F is 1. So F is 1 when this product term will be 1 and this product term will be 1 when your A is 1, B is 1, C is 1. Got it? So I will see the variables and I will write the combination. Here A is 1, B is 1. If here C complement, so you will write 0. Okay, if complement is coming, you will write 0. A is 1, B is 0, C is 1. A is 1, B is 0, C is 0. Because it is C complement, here A complement means 0, B complement means 0, and C is 1. So you got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combination for which your F will be 1. So I'm writing separately here because my screen is full. So you note down and tell me in the next page because it will wash out. So please note down. One of you please note down the final expression and tell me later. So now I am watching it. Everything will delete because I want to show you how to write truth table. Three variables are there. Now I am showing you the form, SOP form, and the truth table. How to construct a truth table. So three variables are there. So I will write a table that will contain 8 combinations A, B, C, and this is my F suppose 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. 8 combination, for 8 combination I will write F. And you know that SOP form will contain terms that will give you F equal to 1. So my expression was ABC. Tell me what was the expression? ABC plus fast. What was the term? ABC,
A B C bar,
ABC bar.
A B bar C,
Uh,
A B bar C bar.
okay, thank you. And what
Plus
were they?
A
What were
bar
they?
B bar C.
Okay. So what were the min terms I said to you for this ABC? It was 111. So you identify ABC 111 is here. So as this ABC is present in the function f, so I will write 1 here. Okay, so it is correspond to what? Small m7. ABC bar. ABC bar means 110. So 110. So you will write 1 here. And it is correspond to m6. AB bar C. So A is 1, B is 0, and C is 1. So this is the combination M5. So I will write 1. A, B bar, C bar means 1, 0, 0. So 1, 0, 0 is this. This is my M4. So again I will fill 1. A bar, B bar, C means 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1 is this. So I will write 1. So what min terms are present in my this function? M1, M4, M5, M6, M7. Okay, so this is the one way to write the min terms, or you can write M1, comma M4, comma M5, comma M6. This is another way. Okay, and rest cases you will write 0. Got it? Or you can also write like this also. If various forms I am showing you here, please don't confuse. So just this sigma is there, that means it is a SOP form. So one beautiful thing is you can see here, if any expression is given to me, I can write both SOP form and POS form automatically. How? If I am asking you to write the POS form, how will you write? How will you write? You just identify how many combinations are the decimal number are missing here. So if I am asking you to write a POS form, what will you do? You will see here. Here 0 is missing, you will write 0 here. 2 is missing, you will write 2 here. 3 is missing, you will write 3 here. 4, 5, 6, 7 is there, so no need to write again. So this is your POS form. So you can identify in the truth table also. So those terms that will produce 0, this is M0, this is M1, sorry M2, this is M3. So you see that from SOP form, I am directly writing a POS form. So either you can, if suppose you have given this type of function and someone asks you to write a POS form, just you write it directly. Any missing number, you just fill it for the POS, and then you can directly write max terms. Then directly we get the product of sum. So I can write here. If I want to write POS form, directly I will see M0, M2, M3. So you see the beauty that directly I can get both forms. So what you learn here, you learn how to convert a expression that contains does not contains all variables, how to convert into the min terms or max term or SOP form or POS form, and get the or construct the truth table. Okay. So first you learn how to convert construct a truth table from the logic circuit. Second, you learn how to write SOP form from the truth table, POS form from the truth table, and now you learned how to convert a Boolean function, Boolean expression into a SOP form and POS form, and how to write a truth table. So just opposite, you also learned how to get a Boolean function from the truth table, how to get a truth table from the Boolean function. So that is all for today. If you have any doubt, I will take one more example. So I hope that you will do one question related to these topics, or will you take questions by your own, or shall I give you the questions? Will you do this thing as a practice by your own, or shall I give you the questions as an assignment? Just reply me, then I will ask you to leave. If you understand, then it is okay. If you are unable to understand, I will take one more example, or you please do practice of these topics. So what will you do? Just you tell me your decision. Shall I give you one more assignment related to these questions, or you will practice by your own? Because tomorrow again I will go further to another step. So this basic thing will require tomorrow also. So if you practice, then you will understand what I am doing. So everyone got it? What I told you today? So fine. So time is over. So rest thing I will discuss tomorrow. That is all for today.